Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Danny Talks United. And today we are going to have a chat about Marcus Rashford and is he back playing his best for Manchester United? But just before we get into that, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. We are very, very close to 900 subscribers, and I would love to hit that very soon. And I think, you know what, guys? I think we might start doing some live watch alongs, maybe starting this weekend with Crystal Palace. But let's see, hit that notification button to find out if we're going to go live for Crystal Palace this weekend. But anyway, let's get it in on Marcus Rashford. Last two games, we've seen a bit of form started coming from Marcus Rashford. He had a goal at Southampton, a very nice goal outside the box. And then he's also scored 2 goals last night against Barnsley. Yes, only Barnsley. But you know what? Looking back to last season, we made hard work of these games. We didn't have an easy game against Newport. We made that as hard as possible. Look at the Coventry in the FA Cup as well. We just I think Wigan may be the only one we had last year that was fairly straightforward. Last night was very straightforward. 7-0 with 2 goals from Marcus Rashford. Excellent goals. Probably could have had a hat trick. I think he set up another goal as well. Could have been a man of the match. I think they gave it to Garnacho instead, who also scored 2 goals and had a very lively performance. But we're going to talk about Rashford here. So there's been a notion this season that Rashford has continued his form from last season. And that was the case, I think, across maybe, like, I would say his attitude maybe across the first 2 games. But if you're actually looking a bit further into it, he should have had an assist that first game against Fulham if Garnacho did not fluff his lines in the last few minutes of the game there. He had a goal disallowed at Brighton, and he should have had maybe 2 assists against Liverpool if Xerxes could have put those point-blank chances away. So I don't think he's been playing as bad as people think. I'm definitely not one of those people that call him Trashford, and I absolutely hate people that call him that or use anything like that towards any player. I don't come to, your place of work and start calling you trash because you can't cook the fries right. No offense. But I don't agree with that on any individual. I don't call people like trash or whatever. It's just not me. But I think he's been a bit better than people really think. Look, I don't think he's had amazing games. I think yesterday against Barnsley was his best game in maybe a year. I'm trying to think of one that was better than that in the last year, and I can't really. Maybe the FA Cup final because he had some scintillating passes and his pressing was quite good. But other than that, I can't really think of many performances. And Southampton, he played fairly well. I don't think he played that bad against Liverpool. I think it's hard to read his attitude, but again, he should have came away with 2 assists if we had people that could score goals. But yeah, I think it's starting to look like Marcus Rashford getting back into form slowly. I'm not going out and saying he's fully back. I don't think I can say that until after the next international break and that run of games. I want to see a good run of 10 to 15 games where he's not just scoring and assisting, but having an 8 out of 10 game like he did last night. But he's certainly on that track upwards. And I think maybe once Højlund comes in, and clearly he loves playing with Garnacho, they linked up very well. I think just maybe once we get our full team back in, and even Luke Shaw, he plays very well with. If we ever see Luke Shaw again, I think you will start to really, really see Rashford get back to playing how he did 2 seasons ago. His smile is starting to come back. And I hate saying things like that, but it's true. I think his confidence was massively knocked over the last, 18 months, especially when he wasn't getting picked for England, missing chances, the stuff that was happening, in Belfast and his post party or his post birthday celebrations after the Man City loss. I think he's just had a huge confidence hit, and you can tell with any player when they have massive confidence dips that this is what happens. We just wasn't hoping that it'd last 12 to 18 months. And he's not the only player in the team that's currently going through that. We have a few others, but he's looking like he's starting to come out of that now. As we did see him working with a guy named Ryan Hopper. He's a big guy on the Stretford Paddock channel. He is an elite coaching. And oddly enough, after his coaching sessions, Marcus Rashford goes and scores against Southampton. So maybe there's something there. And, I don't know what is going on in his personal life, and maybe all that's cleared up. Jadon Sancho is gone. One person said something a few months ago that actually resonated fairly well, is that a lot of Marcus's close friends have left. And I'm sure that's, he's an athlete. He's got to deal with that. Every athlete has to deal with that. But it must be tough when you've been close with these people for so long. You look at Jesse Lingard, Sancho. I think there was a few others as well that ended up going that he was very, very close with. And he's basically the only one left now. And you can tell he's, not the most outgoing person as well. But you know what, man? I'm just glad to see him doing what he is doing now. It looks like he is slowly getting back. I don't think he's going to hit that 30-goal season, but I think he can get 15 to 20 goals and maybe another 8 to 10 assists. So maybe around 30 goal contributions. We just got to see his confidence maintain, the form maintain. And it's exciting to see now that our players are starting to get back into the game, back into form, back out of injury, that we can start seeing him play at the highest level again. So yeah, is Marcus Rashford back? Not quite yet. Let's give it another 8 to 10 games or so, but he's certainly on his way back to where he needs to be. And I am excited. And I think we should all be excited to see what he can do the rest of the season. All right? Good ups, Marcus Rashford. I'm glad you can get your head back into all this. But anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys all on the next one. Later.